Hey guys, it's me again, the naked truth about auto pawn loans. I wanted to go over today in part 3 of basically how the interest works or how the loan fee works. I'll explain, and I'll refer to it as interest. I think that'll be easier. Let's say you bring in a trailer or a car, which is the more popular, and you do a $100 loan. Now, this interest rate doesn't cover everybody. Everybody's going to have a different interest rate. Some places may even negotiate their interest rate. But for benefits of this conversation, pretty much standard practice and average, in my opinion. So you bring in the item, it's $100. You agree upon it, $100 pawn loan. It's a 30-day loan, not for the month. 30 days. So if you make the coincidence that you come in the first day of the month and it's a 30-day month, yeah, it's going to be a month. But if you come in May 15th and it's a 30-day loan, well, it's 30 days from that day, including weekend days. So $100 loan, the interest on that loan is $25, 25%. When you come back in to pick up that vehicle or that property and pay back the loan, you pay back the $100 that you originally loaned plus the $125, $25, 25% interest or loan fee, whichever you want to call it. Then you get the item back, the keys if applicable, and the title if applicable. You're done. Receipt. Get your property back. Now, let's say 30 days goes by and you say, man, I'm still running short. I'm running behind on my money. I don't have $125. The $25, the interest, if you can put that together, you go in and pay that. That covers you and extends the loan another 30 days. So that interest, basically you pay the interest and it goes another 30 days. Let's say, okay, worst case scenario, you don't have any money at all. You're still down. Can't borrow it, can't get it. That 30 days goes by. Okay, so now you've got a $125 loan. That's guaranteed. That's how much you owed to get it back. And now it's gone past 30 days. That $25 adds on again. So now it's $150 to get the item back. All right? So now you're looking at a 60-day loan. In the 30 days, it was $125. Now it's a 60-day loan. It's $150 to get that item back in full. All right, now let's go deep bad news. And again, this isn't with everybody, but this is pretty much standard practice. You'd want to inquire to the pawn loan company if this was their practice as well. I'm just giving you my perspective on what we do. 60 days goes by and you haven't paid anything. I mean zero. I've tried to contact you by phone. I've tried to contact you by text. If I have your email, I've emailed you. If I have your address, I've mailed a letter to you. That 60 days goes by. On the 61st day, guess what? The pawn owner or the pawn shop owns your property. Now, with the paperwork that you've signed, the contract that you've signed, thumbprinted, initialed, they can sell your property. No matter what it is, that 60 days gone by, you haven't paid any money on it, it's their property. Now, again, some pawn shops will negotiate with you. You call them, hey, I'm scraping the money together. I can be there on the 62nd day, 63rd day with some money, whether it's an interest payment or whether it's payment in full. Again, it's up to that individual company if they're willing to work with you. Some will say, hey, sorry, buddy, you signed the contract and it's been 60 days, so now it's mine. Mine, like the seagulls on Finding Nemo. It all depends on the company. Partial payments usually are not a good idea. You come in, let's say the interest is $25, and you come in with 10. It's a good faith payment, but more than likely it will not extend your loan because it's not a full interest payment. Some pawn companies won't even take partial payments. Now, if you pay more than is owed, let's say it's $125, you come in and you paid $50, yeah, that's great. It's still a 30-day loan. It doesn't push it ahead any further, but now on that loan you've paid additional, it's going to save you from having to dig more money up. I'm a firm believer, and especially when I was younger, the way I did my finances, if I had cash in my hand and I owed somebody money, I would comfortably give them as much as I could possibly give them. So if I owed them 50 and they only wanted 20 for right now, and I had 30, I'd give them the 30. That way it's going to save me when I'm ready to pay it off. I've got less money to come up with. Because if I've got that money in my hand or that money in my pocket, again, when I was a younger guy, I would find a way to spend it on something. Be responsible. If you got the money, you don't need it right then, put it towards the bill. It's going to help you in the long run. So again, to review, average, in my opinion, 25% interest, 30-day loan. If you can't pay it off in 30 days, pay the interest, extends and pushes that loan ahead again another 30 days. Don't think of it as a month. If you're in, right now we're in May 20th, 2021, it's a month from today if you pay it. Not, the end of June, May, June. It's 30 days from today. It's an important distinction. Also, when you come to make your payment, again, myself and the pawn shop that I run, I don't accept any money other than money. Cash money. Why? You might ask yourself, gee whiz, why? It's 2021. You don't take credit cards? You don't take checks? Huh? If you take a credit card, not saying that you would do this, I'm not saying you would do this, but some people could call their credit card company and say, that's a fraudulent charge. You paid the $125 to get your car back. You got your car, you got your title, you got your keys, you drive away all happy. Then you report it as a fraudulent credit card charge. And the credit card company, trusting you as their customer, I'm not their customer, you are, they cancel the payment. So now you have your car, your key, your title, and a big grin on your face, and the pawn shop owner is left deciding what to do. Take you to small claims court, sue you, never do business with you again, whatever. Checks, personal checks, same thing. You can write a check for $125, not have it in the bank. The check is worthless. The check is a piece of toilet tissue. It's not going to go through the bank in cash. Pawn shop owner not getting paid. So, no checks. In the past, I've taken cashier's checks, certified cashier's checks, but so many banks do them different ways now. Some checks just look like an average run-of-the-mill normal check. I got one a while back, a couple months ago, that just said on it, official check. Didn't say cashier's check or counter check or cashier's check, or didn't look fancy or have any kind of border or colors. I was like, what is this? I had to call the bank to verify that it was, a good check, that was legit, because it looked like a check you'd find anywhere. Most cashier's check that I've seen anyway have a certain air about them, a certain appearance of authenticity. Multiple colors, borders, what they call a hologram feature. If I copy that check on a copier or a printer, the word void will come up in the copy. It reacts to being copied. Your copy has the word void on it multiple times. Or have a hologram on the check, that'll change color. As you turn the check, it looks purple or gold or blue. So, because of that, it's such a hassle. Again, if somebody comes in at 5:05 and with a cashier's check, I've got no way to verify it. I got no bank I can call. You call the 800 number, customer service department, they're practically worthless after 5 for verifying funds or verifying a check. You got to talk to the bank when it's open. And you and I both know banks are only open when they're open. Every holiday they're closed, usually open late, close early, partial days on Saturday. There are some banks that are exception these days, but that's the exception. So again, talking about interest payments, standard 30 days, standard 25% interest. Again, some people will negotiate with you. A while back I did a $20,000 loan on a custom ski boat. Instead of 25% interest, we made an agreement to pay 20% interest. Doesn't sound like a lot, but this person ended up needing to have it here over 60 days, and it saved them several $100s. Do the math. So you can ask up front, hey, my loan's going to be this amount. Are you willing to negotiate on the interest rate? Instead of charging 25%, would you take 22%? Would you take 20%? I know, that may or may not be the first time you're doing business with them. If you're doing business with them often, again, to me, that's a no-brainer. I want to keep that customer happy. I'm going to save them a little money because they're going to come back to me again and again, and they're going to send friends and family to me. First-time loaner, if it's a big loan, maybe. An average small loan under $1,000, I'm going to stick with the standard rate. Sorry. But again, that's going to, range from place to place and vehicle to vehicle. Again, when you go in to pay, you make your payments. If you're going to make an interest payment, bring cash. Smart. If you're going to pay it in full, bring cash. Double smart. That way there's no delay, there's no hassle. As long as the ink is not coming off on my fingers, you know what I mean? The bills are valid. Cash is cash. Cash is king. You ever heard that one? Cash is king, and if you've got the cash, you're the king. Old saying, but very, very true even to this day. 2021, I'm surprised they even continue to make cash with all the advances. Venmo and Square and PayPal and touch your phones together and transfer money. Why do they even make it anymore? I mean, back in the Game of Thrones days, you're carrying around sacks of gold and silver to buy your bread and your chickens and a new sword. So, but even today, cash is really the thing, that most people appreciate. They want to hold the tactile. They want to hold something. They want to have something counted off to them. They want to feel that lump in their wallet or their purse. But again, so today was the naked truth about car pawn loans, or car auto pawn loans, or vehicle pawns, whatever you want to say. But it's the naked truth, part 3. I'm Anthony. Thanks for coming around. Oh, and by the way, if you have any questions, have any suggestions, let me know. And hit the follow, hit the bell, subscribe. And if you have any questions, feed them to me through here, and I'll reach out to you. Have a great day.